Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Bang Dream Season 2, Episode 5. Uh, so, I did not realize that there was an after credit scene after Episode 4. So I'm also going to be watching that before I watch Episode 5. But anyway, last episode was definitely not what I expected to see. I expect Hello Happy World to do some crazy things, but actually making like almost an Iron Man type suit out of Michelle's costume, or Misaki's costume, was pretty awesome. And using the Konami code. Pretty sure everybody knows what that is by now. But anyway, we started the episode off with poppin' party at school in the courtyard area. Looking at the drawing that Kasumi did of all of them flying again. She still pretty much wants them to fly during the concert. But I don't think they'd be able to do that. At least not not without strings, anyway. And Kokoro, the lead singer to Hello Happy World and the leader of the band, sees them out there, calls to Kasumi, jumps out of a window from the third story, and then cartwheels over to her and is asking what's going on. They kind of explain the situation, that they're doing a self-sponsored show, but they really have nothing figured out. They have a bunch of ideas, which Kokoro looks at and says she likes every single one of them. And Arisa is just like, no, I'm vetoing all of it. Then Kokoro goes and grabs Misaki. And they kind of... Kokoro pretty much figures that she's going to put on a show for a poppin' party to make them smile. Hello Happy World's whole thing is making the world smile. That was what Kokoro wanted out of the band. Which is why they got a bear mascot, even though Kokoro and Kaoru and Hagumi believe that it's actually a bear. That's why they wear the marching band outfits. And they do all these crazy things during their shows just to make people smile. Anyway, she figures if she makes them smile, or if she makes them realize that they can do anything that they put their mind to, then they'll smile again and be able to do their show. So she calls the band together. And they basically come up with a plan on what they're going to do. They're going to fly during the show, which gets Kaoru pretty nervous because she's afraid of heights. Kokoro doesn't seem to care, though, because it's what Kasumi wants. So they're going to do it. I believe she said that you could do anything you put your mind to, which gets Kaoru to go, okay, yeah, I can do this. And then she goes and delivers her invitations. Basically, like one of those old kung fu ninja movies where they toss a message and it with a shuriken at the end of it, and it hits the wall. Only there was no shuriken; it was just the invitation getting stuck into a wood or the a crack in the cement or something. I don't know how she was doing that, but she was. Especially with how high some of them were, you'd think she would have to go like on a ladder or in a tree in order to do what she did. And with her fear of heights, I don't know. Maybe she convinced herself that it wasn't so bad. I don't know. Anyway, they all go because the invitation basically said that they would pick them up before nightfall or something. And they are brought to this huge ship on a really long Humvee limousine. They go onto the ship where they are the only ones there, and they put on their show, starting with I think it's called Gokai Phantom Thief, which was a song that was introduced through one of the events where they went onto a cruise ship. I think it may have been the same cruise ship, and they put on like a mystery kind of show for Kokoro, having Kaoru play this Phantom Thief. She was wearing the costume, almost the whole costume. She just had the cape, the hat, and the mask, but she has like a full outfit for that. And she kidnapped Kanon, and Kokoro and them had to answer like riddles and figure them out, and then capture her to get Kanon back. But in this case, she took Remy. Not that Remy minds, as I'm sure you can all tell from episode 1 and then episode 4. She has like a huge crush on Kaoru. It's the same with Himari from Afterglow. She has a huge crush on Kaoru too. I guess they could either fight for her or just share. I don't know, one of the two. But she takes Remy, and the rest of the band is following her through the ship, where they have like holograms of the band going around. They have holograms of Pop and Party. They even got Morton, the guitar player that Otai really likes. Although she was only there for like a few seconds. And then they went on to a huge Michelle-shaped hot air balloon, with the bottom part of it looking like kind of like a big top, like the tent for a circus. Where they did another song. I cannot remember the name of that song. It's not one of my favorites, but it's not like horrible. It's pretty good, but they're on this thing. Kaoru is getting nervous, trying to convince herself that she's a bird, and is naming all these birds, but apparently they don't fly. Turkeys, ostrich, stuff like that. None of them fly. And then Kanon's like, what about a swan? And that snaps Kaoru out of it, and she's like, yes, I'm a swan, and starts playing the guitar. And that's when Kokoro is like, okay, we're going to fly now, Michelle. And Michelle was like, I didn't want to fly. But again, Kokoro doesn't really care. You're going to do it. They put this backpack on her. Kokoro jumps off of the platform that she's standing on without a parachute. She just jumps fearlessly off of this thing. Misaki is like telling her, pull the string on your parachute, but notices that she's not wearing a parachute. So jumps to go and save her because she's got hers. But you can't seem to grab a hold of Kokoro because she's moving around too much. Excuse me. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm going to pull the string on my parachute, and she's reaching towards the back, but there's no string. And that's when the interface comes up on the mask, like inside the mask, and you hear one of the black suits telling her that Michelle has happy flight mode, and that what she has to do is input the code of up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, and she'll start flying. She gets it wrong the first couple of times. And then eventually gets it right. And then she gets like these rocket boosters on her feet. And starts flying around, grabs Kokoro. And then they start flying around the ship and then land on the deck. Where Poppin' Party is just having a awesome time watching this whole thing. There was one casualty, however. Kaoru didn't make it. When they show her on the deck, Remy's like holding her up and telling her, you're gonna be okay, and she's just like asking, did she become a bird? And Remy's like, yes, you were a bird. I saw big, beautiful white wings. And she's like, fantastic. And then dies. Well, passes out at least. And that was the end of the episode. So right now I'm going to watch the after credit scene. And then we'll get into episode 5. I have no idea what to expect, except I was kind of spoiled and somebody posted pictures of pastel palettes, so I know they're in this episode. But I don't know what's going on. Okay. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode. Wait, what volume do I got this at? That should be fine. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.